Basically, what I told many other teams was, if you want to buy, I'm not going to sell unless you sell at X price. This is my bottom number. And I will say right now, it is above. Hey guys, how are you? So today I'm joined with Bill Zera. Bill, do you want to kind of introduce yourself?
Eu vou falar em português, porque todo mundo aqui vai entender. Eu sou o Biel, né? Sou assistente coach aí do SeeEl. Esse ano vou ser o Data Coach também da Cade. E tô aqui pra juntar ele pra falar um pouco sobre esse ano e essas escolhas aí que a gente anunciou ontem. Então é isso aí.
Bill Zera, are you single?
I'm not single, bro. I'm taking.
Yeah, he's mega taken, guys. So something that's important that you guys need to understand is that this presentation is the one-to-one presentation that we send to players to pitch our project to them. So if we want to get a new player, this presentation is what I made through my company, my personal company, to ensure that we sell our project vision. So we also have the 2 slides from our 5-year plan that we'll go over now first. And this is from 2023.
É o que ele tá falando, guys. Pra quem não entendeu, é que essa apresentação é a que ele mostra pra novos jogadores, pra nova staff. E eu, inclusive, caí nessa aí, né? Na hipnose do Marcio.
100%, transparência. Sério.
E
Sério.
é
Sério.
isso. É o que ele vai mostrar pra vocês, o que ele mostra aos jogadores que ele tem interesse.
These things were planned since before I came to Brazil. Welcome to
Yeah.
our 5-year project presentation, 2025 edition. We'll start off by showing you some of our plans from 2023. So if anyone doesn't know, I joined the project in 2024. And before I joined the project, the way that I got my job is I pitched a project idea to all the teams that I was going to join. So some of the teams that I had offers for or interest from per se were teams like FlyQuest as general manager, Dignitas, and
Liberty.
Liberty, Team BDS from Europe. I had a lot of teams that were somewhat interested. And most of the interviews, I'd go in there and I'd pitch them an idea. What I'm trying to show you today is the pitch that I did to my investors, to my employers before I joined the team. Could you kind of explain the context behind this? So this presentation, not this one per se, but the one I'm going to show you here is from 2023, December.
O que ele falou, essa apresentação, ela é a do ano passado, para entrar para Cade em 2024. Então, foi apresentando o projeto ainda com exames, Gigo, etc. Foi nessa época. Então, tipo, que ele teve essa oportunidade desses outros times e foi isso que ele apresentou para esses times.
If you guys are interested in knowing more about our project from 2023, I made this video 1 year ago. You can see more in detail what our plan was behind each player. And what you can actually even see is what our goals were. And I also talk about, based on budget, what our goals were for the year. So nothing has changed. I want to start off by the presentation by saying nothing has changed. So this is what I showed 1 year ago, and I think it's very important that I stress that nothing has changed. So I clearly state here that our goal in first year was not to win, right? It's to build a foundation, right? I think we can win in cblol in year 1, but the goal is top 3, and the realistic expectation should be 5th, 6th, fair to budget. Let's start off with a year 1 kind of explanation of 2025. We need to start off by explaining 2024. Right? So this was our expectations in 2024. Vilzeta, maybe you can kind of read it out and explain in Portuguese to the viewers what this says.
O que ele tá falando nesse primeiro slide é tipo assim, esse alocação de budget aí, que é pra onde iria o dinheiro do primeiro ano, né? Então, tipo, pra housing, que é tipo onde os jogadores poderiam morar, tipo Smile Tucuili na época, o budget pra coach ali no caso também era um pouco mais baixo do que foi esse ano, porque ele ainda tava descobrindo quem usar. Tipo, eu, por exemplo, não tava na ideia do plano original. O Sil me conheceu depois que veio pro Brasil. Então, tipo, esses 12% eram alocados aos coaches, né, ao coaching staff, e os 76% do budget seria para manter a line do cblol, né, com a ideia dos jogadores que estavam ali e os jogadores que iriam entrar, se esses jogadores que estavam ali não fossem tão bons quanto eles foram. Então é tipo, tava 75, 10, 5, basicamente.
I heard so much fake news, a tremendous amount of fake news saying, "Oh, 5-year plan." Duh, duh, duh. Guys, I explained the plan a million times. The plan is on my YouTube channel from 1 year ago, and this presentation is from 1 year ago. So I think what's very clear is, okay, let's look at our budget allocation. 4% towards import housing. So one thing that you guys need to understand when it comes to yearly planning is it needs to be based off a long-term plan. And our long-term plan is to always import. We want to develop native Brazilian players, but we also want to be ready if an amazing talent is ready to come here. If we have an amazing market opportunity. So one of our key strategies was to develop housing for all of our cblol players, because no foreign player other than me is going to come here and get their own house. Imagine Kuri from Pain Gaming. He comes to Pain, and Pain says you have to get your own house. Nobody will come to Brazil if they have to get their own house. So 4% of our budget was allocated towards getting housing, initial housing for our two imports being Smiley and Tukui. 12% was allocated to coach and player development, and as well as the scouting process. So I've obviously blurred some things out. So we'll start with the top. Aim to develop 1 to 2 key rookies to sell or promote yearly. To sell or to promote yearly. 2024 plan from 2023. So this is well before I joined Cade. Before I joined Cade, this is what I pitched. What did we end up doing? We sold our top laner, Gigo, for a very good price. I'll tell you, I don't do bad deals, guys. And what I'll say is Gigo transfer is probably the second biggest transfer in cblol history. Basically, what I told many other teams was, if you want to buy, I'm not going to sell unless you sell at X price. This is my bottom number. And I will say right now, it is above $500,000 a year. And we also sold Pro Delta. So we bought Pro Delta for a small buyout fee. I can't obviously talk about details. We got that back. So our sale of Pro Delta not only gave an opportunity for Pro Delta to continue another team, but we got our initial investment back. Now, why is this important? Because we want to stay fiscally responsible. It is very important to us that we stay fiscally responsible, because when we want to make a big move, for example, for Robo, or for Adam or Faker or whatever, we want to have money prepared. Does that make sense? We want to have money prepared. And if we feel like our player is doing amazing, we want to give them raises. So, in our second point, we said we wanted to promote an academy coach to cblol and expand our trimmed coaching system. So what did we do in split 1 of 2024? We promoted Lukes and Mituhara for training purposes, right? I think that Biel and Lifania were the main coaches, right? Maybe you can explain the situation a bit, but we wanted to prepare for this year 1 year ago.
O que ele tá falando, no ano passado, né, pra esse ano, o Lux e o Mito Raro, eles tiveram uma promoção, assim, pra estar mais integrados com a staff do cblol. Tanto que eles subiram no palco algumas vezes. Mas eu e o Lifa, a gente foi mais principal, que tava no dia a dia com os jogadores, né? Então, o que foi esse ano de 2024, na coaching staff, foi pra preparar os 4 pra todo mundo tá pro mesmo propósito agora nesse ano, né? Que se tornou LTA. Então, tipo, desde o ano passado ele já começou esse desenvolvimento deles. E meu e do Lifa, que o Lifa não aparece em muitas coisas, mas ele tá sempre com a gente. Go to Lifa.
I think what's really important is that we have a business to consumer program. Why is this very important? Something that I sold to every single team across the globe is that teams need to diversify in which they generate revenue. So why is this important? Currently, our esports model is flawed. We only generate revenue through merchandise sales and sponsorships. And I don't think it's enough. So something that I stressed was, let's create a nationwide scouting program and education program through Parabled. Parabled was a previous name for Savicor. Savicor is my company, but we raised a significant amount of money before I even joined Viva Kate Stars. For example, when I was in Europe, we were offered 600,000 reais for 10% of my company before I joined Viva Kate Stars. And I turned it down. Why? Because education and my long-term vision when it comes to business to consumer, but also speaking to our customers, is that we want to provide education that is free. We want to make sure that our education is acceptable, accessible, reliable, and affordable. So we wanted to make sure that when we come to Brazil, or if we spread our program, our coaching program is free, not just to scout talent, but to provide education. So in the future, we can generate revenue through our partner companies. And that's exactly what we did at Savicor. So if you sign up to savicor.com now, you can actually get education for free. It's free. So you can actually learn at Savicor for 0 reais and watch over 100 videos. Now, next point, coach development through curriculum-based learning provided by Parabled. One of our key strategies is to go and create a long-term coach development program, because my goal is to create the next generation of Brazilian coaches. My goal from day one is to train someone that can take my position. And these investors were from Europe, not from Brazil. I have not taken a single cent from Brazil. So, 76% cblol roster and maintenance, develop 3 young and youthful players centered around 2 veteran players. Oh, that sounds like something, doesn't it? Gigo and Smiley. We didn't have Gigo and Smiley there locked. Some of the players that we looked at, for example, was Yampi. We knew that we wanted 2 veteran players, and we wanted one of the veteran players to be a culture leader. So what I mean by culture leader is how we operate. So up until now, do you want to quickly translate? And then we can continue.
O que ele tá falando é que ele tinha essa estrutura, né, de 2 veteranos e 3 rookies. Ou não 3 rookies, mas 3 caras mais novos. E a ideia é que se não tivesse o Smiley, e a gente não sabia se estava alocado ainda o Smiley e o Gigo, podia ser que o Yamp teria vindo. E aí não teria o de exames, a gente teria um rookie AD, né? Então, acabou que se desenvolveu para isso, veio o Tucuila e o Smiley. Então a gente teve esse cara, esse culture guy que é o Smiley, que é um cara mais, tipo, líder, que é um cara que puxa o time todo. Então, ele queria um cara assim. E se não fosse o Smiley, seria o Yamp esse cara.
Yeah. So our original roster that we were going for was actually Dinqueiro, Titan, and Ranger. So that was the first roster that I thought about before I came to Brazil. I knew that this roster would be strong. Now, when I say that Dinqueiro need to improve, it's not because I disrespect Dinqueiro. It's because I think that I can make Dinqueiro better. A big misconception that Cade has right now is that Cade has no money. Cade has a lot of money. Cade has a lot of money. It's just the market value that they were asking for was a little too much. I told you, one of the main goals in Cade is not just to create a championship team, it's fiscal responsibility.
O que ele tá falando é que a gente na Cade, né, o projeto dele na Cade, desde o princípio, nunca foi só ganhar campeonatos, né? Ele quer ser, tipo, fiscalmente responsável, ele quer ter grana pra Cade, pra, tipo, ser saudável por vários anos. Então, tipo, o valor que ele tá falando aí do Dinquedo e tal, que ele poderia fazer ele melhor, ele quer dizer que ele não é que ele não gosta do player, ele acha que ele é muito bom, que ele poderia tornar ele melhor, mas que ele acha que é um valor acima do que o mercado tava pagando. Então, tipo, não é só contratar e gastar tudo e sonhar que a gente seja campeão, tá ligado?
Yeah.
Meio que isso.
Develop at least one of these rookies to become our journeyman core going into year 2. Guys, there is so much fake news propagated. Read this. This is from December 2023. Develop at least one of those rookies to become our journeyman core. Who's our journeyman core going into next year?
O nosso querido de exames.
This Armis. So we haven't changed anything from... We achieved all of our metrics. All of our metrics. Sign a native rookie that can become a future culture leader. Now, who did we try to make our future culture leader, guys? Pro Delta. So we tried to develop Pro Delta into our future culture leader and a native rookie. The reason we decided to change prods is because we had Trimby market opportunity come up, number one. But number two, this is more important, I felt like that the map did not play as well and the way that I wanted with Gigo and Pro Delta in the same team. Even though they have a tremendous amount of respect for each other. They love each other, right? They love each other. We work really well together, but I am not happy enough. Because my bar is here. So for me, even though we tried to develop a leader, and we did develop a leader, Pro Delta is a fantastic leader. Amazing player. Incredible amount of respect for the guy. I had to make some changes. So originally the plan was to keep Gigo and Decimus, to change Pro Delta because I didn't like it. And then very late into the off season, after we let go of Pro Delta, the Gigo opportunity came up.
O que ele falou agora é que a ideia sempre foi ter o Prods ali como próximo líder, né, de cultura, assim, é o que a gente estava desenvolvendo, mas que com a gameplay no geral ele não estava tão contente, porque a barra dele é muito alta, então ele não estava contente, ele não queria que ambos, ele e o Gigo, jogassem juntos, porque ele acha que não era o suficiente. E a ideia era trocar o Prods, porque teve a oportunidade de mercado do Trimby, e manter o Gigo. Só que bem tarde na janela de transferência, o Gigo teve a oportunidade de sair. E então, tipo, foi o que pegou a gente de surpresa, mas que foi uma outra oportunidade. Então, tipo, a ideia era manter o Gigo com o Trimby, mas não foi o que aconteceu.
Yeah. So let's skip this because I already explained this. Let's skip this. Having connections to a B2C model will ensure a future net positive cash flow. I talked about this. You know, I think Savicor will be a net positive cash flow business into the future, and we can also invest into Savicor. So invest into player development. So for example, next year I'll invest over 200,000 reais into Brazil, into Brazilian jobs. My money. So this is aside from Cade, right? And I want to make sure that we create a platform where we generate the next generation of Brazilian players. We want to make sure that we are providing free education to the Brazilian people. And for the people that can afford it, create a system that is incredibly affordable and cheap. So who are our two coaches in Savicor right now? It's Jocko, one of the biggest legends. We already signed him, right? And he's coming on as a co-owner. I gave him part of the business as well, right? And I'm paying him very well, guys. I'm paying him very well. And Sam KZ, rank 1, 2, 3 in solo queue. And the replicable systems and leverage of the K brand is a must. To make cblol roster, to make best use of transfer windows, the general strategy needs to be to always go under the budget unless there's a possible championship roster and carry over finances future years.
O que ele falou aqui agora, eu acho que é só uma continuação de tudo, dizendo que tipo, a ideia sempre foi gastar menos que o budget. É tipo ser profitable.
So to be clear, guys, we were, excluding my salary, bottom 2. Maybe including my salary, still bottom 3, bottom 4. Guys, our budget was not very high this year, but not because, I want to stress, not because Kate is poor. We have a lot of money. We offered Robbo this offseason more money than he was making out loud. We have money and we are ready to move. Let's talk about year 2. So this is still, once again, from last year's presentation, 2023. Estimations plan consultant based on an X budget. Of course, I will hide this. I will hide the import housing strategy. We'll increase our budget by 2% next year. We'll get one more house instead of one house. We'll have 2 houses now. I can't talk about this because this is this year. We need to maintain our competitive advantage, right? Let's talk about cblol roster maintenance. We are spending on average about 8% more this year compared to last year. That was our plan. It's actually a lot less than this. Our savings from year 1 should be divided between year 2 and year 3 to increase our budget. Now it's going to go to year 3 and year 4. Because Gigo's sale was a really big revenue booster for us. But also in terms of salary, Boal is 1/3 the cost of salary. So the reason we have 2 houses is because we want to make sure that our players are provided housing. That's a really big part of my strategy. We want to make sure that our players, we have the best infrastructure and the best system in all of Brazil and in the history of Brazil. We want to increase our savings. Key moves should be made in jungle and possibly mid support. So why did I say jungle in 2023? I thought we would get Yampi. So this is before I met Decimus. And I'd also trained Decimus in Korea, right? This is before I met Yampi. And I thought that Yampi was good, but he's probably a player that I will replace. What it says here, I'll leak one. I wrote Karaoke. Look, I thought Karaoke was really good, even before I came here. I actually wrote Karaoke here. There's a couple other names I can't leak. But I did say, let's change jungle, because I thought I'd get Yampi and change for Karaoke, because we'd have more money.
Não, desse plano, guys, que tá escrito, que ele falou, aqui a ideia é sem ter o de exames ainda. Então, tipo, o plano era pra ter o Yamp, né, como jungle. Então, tipo, pro segundo ano, entregando esse projeto lá no final de 2023, era que pro ano 2 a gente mudaria o jungle. Então, ele não tá falando que ele mudaria o de exames aqui. Ele tá falando que ele mudaria o Yamp. Então, tipo, porque a ideia era outra. Isso antes de conhecer o talento de exames e saber o quão bom ele era. E também, o import housing, só pra vocês entenderem, não são literalmente casas que a Cade tem. É tipo, os apartamentos que os caras vão morar, entendeu? Então, tipo, é só ter uma casa tipo, home, pra chamar de seu e poder treinar sem se preocupar com isso.
Yeah. I think that work-life separation is very important, but we also want to develop Cade into an international brand that foreigners want to go to. We want to be the team that every European and Korean wants to go to because of our process, because of the way that we run our coaching stuff, the way that we use our money. We're very smart with our money. And I think also something that's important here is there's a history in the way that we did this maneuver. So initially it was Dinquieto, Titan, Ranger. They dropped out very quickly because Ranger went to IDL very early on in the offseason. And Dinquieto and Titan got crazy offer from Kaboom and Pain. So we couldn't keep up. So at this point, we went from, okay, Dinquieto, Titan. Let's look at Kisei. We actually looked at Kisei. I can actually prove this to you guys. Actually, I will not open it here. Because it might leak. But basically, we even talked about Kisei before Lelico Tokui. We were like, let's look at our mid options. And our jungler will be Yampi. So first, number 1 roster that I wanted was Ranger, Dinquieto, Titan. Number 2 roster that I wanted was Yampi, Tokui, or Yampi, Kisei, X. ADC, we don't have a choice, guys, because Kisei is an import. Kisei is an import, and Trimby is an import. So we can't use Smiley. So even a year before we made the changes, we predicted the changes would happen. Because these are the roles that are weak in Brazil. We'll talk about Marvin later, guys. So our expectations on imports should show that we are committing for year 3. This is our year to consolidate our veteran journeyman core. So our goal this year is to try build a multi-year winning roster. So our goal this year is to try to win at least 1 split and to build a roster that can win for many, many years, or build the majority of our roster that will last many, many years. So for example, we swap one of the players. We test one player, we swap one of the players, and we try import very aggressively. Some of the names that were involved, for example, were Adam. Adam was involved in this off-season. I think last year we could have got Selfmade. Big names are interested in coming here because we have the best project. We have the best and most well thought out project. We had many, many, many options. I'll tell you that much, guys. We had Tenacity and Dokla as well. But I prefer Decimus over Selfmade, by the way. I'll make that very clear. It may not be a guaranteed year we go for a championship if the budget is not expanded. To be clear, guys, we retracted our spending. So the money that we're spending on Trimby is much more than we're paying Smiley. But after the sales, we actually retracted. So to be fair, in terms of our objective and key results, we are okay with not winning this year. But the goal is to win at least 1 split because I think we can do it. Always been the same, guys. I don't know this fake news, tremendous amount of fake news. It's unbelievable. We are here from the day 1 on year 2 to have a core, and year 3 we try win everything. So this means if we want to go for someone like Titan in year 3, we're ready to bid for it against Pain. We're ready. So I think that's all I'll talk about here. Obviously, you guys can read the rest. I think what's important here it says reductions in coach numbers in year 2. At the end of year 2 this year, we will reevaluate our coaching staff, and we'll reevaluate after every split, not just the end of the year. So we have increased the number of coaches. We actually have Bielzera, Lifania, Benvi, who's in the chat, myself, we have Mitohara, we have Lux, we have Kali, our assistant analyst, right? So we have 7 coaches, guys. So every single time, we are building upon our coach numbers and our process, and we are building upon the education that we have worked on throughout the year. And so we want to make sure that we're reducing that number a little bit by the end of this year, unless everyone proves that they're smurfing. So they have to earn their keep, guys. We didn't change any coach. We did not change any coach at all. We just added. Why? It's all a part of the process. Because the people that build the process are my staff. They are my staff. So the ultimate goal of our import investments is to pay off as top level athletes in cblol and eventually make them transition into native residency. So my job in the next years will be to scam Trimby as hard as possible and try to get him to stay until he gets married to a Brazilian lady and he signs a 5-year contract to Kate. Why not Marvin instead of Mortius? Marvin is someone that we were interested in for this off-season for our academy team. But I will always take Mortius over Marvin. 1, Mortius speaks perfect English. Mortius speaks perfect English. And I will always choose a player that has seen my process for 1 year. I have seen and worked with Mortius for 1 year, and I know how he works. So I would always prefer Mortius over Marvin, but I think Marvin is tremendously talented. He doesn't speak English. I would have liked to teach him in my academy team.
Ó, guys, voltando um pouco ali 2 minutos atrás, falar dos coaches primeiro. Não significa que tem 7 pessoas trabalhando com todo mundo ao mesmo tempo. Não é isso, o SeeEl ainda comanda o time. Mas a gente auxilia ele. Então, tipo, eu sou ali data coach, eu cuido mais da parte de dados para passar pro SeeEl. O Mitohara, Lux, eles são os caras mais, tipo, de draft, etc. Mas que a ideia é passar pro time da LTA e também pro Academy, né, pro circuitão. E o Leaf e o Benvi, que a gente vai conhecer mais, eles vão ser mais positional, tipo, direcionado. Tipo, o Benvi mais com a bot lane, o Leaf mais com o top. Então, tipo, não é 7 pessoas falando, dando ideia ao mesmo tempo. Tem nada a ver. E aí a ideia é que, tipo assim, por que a gente iria querer o Marvin ao invés do Morteus? Se o Morteus fala inglês, tem um inglês perfeito, a gente acha que ele é um jogador mais forte, e ele já tá com a gente há mais de 1 ano. Então, tipo, a gente precisa de um cara que fale inglês perfeito, que conheça o sistema. Então, tipo, não fazia sentido trazer o Marvin para essa vaga do Morteus. Então, basicamente é isso.
We will move on to Project Decade 2025. What is our clear plan? Guys, I love Jocko. Don't get me wrong. I love Jocko. But for cblol, he didn't do anything. He helped Academy a lot. And Jocko taught me a lot of lessons as a person and a human being. So what's the difference between us and other teams? The way that I coach is one process, but the process is adapted to the needs of the player. So the way that I coach Pro Delta is very different from the way that I coach Gigo. Not in the way that I treat them with an equal amount of intensity and focus and respect, but the way that I teach, right? And the way that Bielzera teaches, the way that we talk about the game.
O que ele tá falando só dos princípios, né, dos fundamentos, que é orientado por dados, por processo, e centrado nos jogadores. Isso aí é mais para marketing, mas tipo, o que ele quer dizer é que ele não treina todo mundo igual. Tipo, a gente tem a sensibilidade de entender que os jogadores são diferentes e cada um aprende de uma forma, né? Então, tipo, o jeito que ele ensina é diferente do jeito que eu ensino, que é diferente de como o mesmo cara aprende, entendeu? Então, por isso que a gente tem que prestar muita atenção nos jogadores.
Let's actually look at the 2024. 2024. Let's look. Retrospectiva da Cage 2024. Did we have a successful year or not? Let's talk. Bottom 2 budget. First place in the regular season. Split 1, split 2. 78% win rate. 78% win rate. One of the highest in the history of cblol. One of the highest. With Decimus, Prodelta, who everyone doubted. I don't know why. Brilliant, amazing players. And they're like, oh, Decimus is not good. They tell me that he's a popcorn maker. I see him, I'm like, he's not a popcorn maker. Decimus is amazing. Maker, yeah, so, first place in the regular season. We are the champions of Academy. And unlike other teams, we promoted Lelico, the key Academy player in Split 1. Well done to Mitohara and Luke. Shout out to Roxanne as well. Incredible work. Incredible work.
Pra quem não sabe, a Roxanne é a psicóloga do Academy.
Yes. We changed Lelico, guys. People forget we changed Lelico in Split 1. We changed a mid laner midway through the split and they still made finals. Respect Mitohara. Respect Luke's. Respect VKS Academy. People say that cblol this year was bad. Are you guys insane? Are you guys insane? Do you guys not remember the roster? Look at this roster, guys. You saying that this roster is weak? Are you kidding me? Netuno, Seos, Malrung. Malrung's in LEC. House is a top 3 mid? Was a top 3 mid? Their rosters were incredible. We just did very good. We won the regular season. We won the Academy. We made the finals. We did 2 finals and 1 championship this year. All on the bottom 2 budget. And my goal is to bring Brazil to the international stage. That's the long-term goal. We want to win everything within the 5 years. And to be clear, I am still committed to the 5 years. If people don't know, Riot only allow 3-year contracts. It's a 5-year contract, but I renew automatically. I've already renewed automatically. I'm locked until 2027. Next year, I'll lock until 2028. I'm a word keeper. I keep my word. The only reason I would move is if I get an offer from either Genji, T1, Damwon, like one of the top LCK teams. And so we want to create an internationally successful team. That goal is for year 3. We'll try build on that this year. Vex and Pedron are some of the most brilliant people. Really. So have some respect for these guys. So what's our new structure for the team? We are changing the team of 2025 to more of a football system. So unlike 2024, what did we say in 2024? We said that we would allow our players to develop. We gave them 1 year. This is the year we need to perform. We are paying more, we're investing more, we bring in players that we know can perform. Kise is a player we are confident that can perform. We promoted him from Academy. We promoted Mortius from Academy. So we have a team that will be reevaluated every split.
O que ele tá falando é que antes, pro 2024, a gente ia fazer a reavaliação anual, né, no fim do ano. Ele tá falando da periodicidade dessa reavaliação, né? Antes era anual, agora vai ser por split, né? Então, tipo, a performance dos coaches, minha inclusa, performance dos jogadores, vai ser reavaliado a cada split, mas nunca no meio do split, entendeu? Tipo, não existe isso do cara tá jogando mal e o cara sair. Isso é reavaliado entre splits, não durante o split. E o que ele vai explicar mais a estrutura, então se vocês tiverem dúvida, deixa ele explicar em inglês aí. Vocês podem perguntar o que vocês querem. Tipo, ali ele tá como general manager, mas ele ainda é o head coach. Só pra deixar claro, porque eu sei que é uma pergunta que todo mundo vai fazer. So you can go.
So my focus this year is to focus more on decision making and less on micromanaging. So we created a bigger staff so I can have people help me make decisions quickly, and I can see and I'm making decisions and I can change. This is how I run my company. So if people don't know, in Cade we have psychologists. So we had Z, Roxanne, Leo, our physiotherapist. This year we had 5 coaching staff. Next year we'll have 7. And we also have 10 players, right? This year I manage 20 people. Next year I'll manage 22 people. And then on top of that, I actually manage my company. I have 20 employees. So actually now more. So I actually manage close to 50 people. But what I realized about Cade this year is I had to micromanage too much, right? I had to see little things too much. Why? Because we had 2 separate teams. And this was not good for us. I think it was not good for us because we didn't have one unified team culture. Can you explain that part, Bilzera?
Do you want me to say about the performance tab?
Yeah, you know, I mean, just our plan on why I'm taking a GM position, why I need to do less and focus more on.
Okay. O que ele tá falando sobre essa posição de GM, que é uma posição mais de, tipo, ele não quer ficar mais micromanaging tudo. Tipo, ele não quer estar falando detalhe de lane, ele não quer estar micro com os jogadores, ele quer estar mais macro, Porque ele confia no processo que ele tá buildando com a staff, né? Então por isso tem várias pessoas auxiliando ele. Mas tipo, a palavra final ali de tudo ainda é dele. Então ele tá como esse general manager, porque é ele que, tipo, decide performance, é ele que decide, tipo, que bate, né, com a equipe de performance, com a equipe de coaching staff, pra ele tomar decisões. Então ele não vai estar, tipo assim, o tempo todo com os 5 jogadores, mas ele vai estar tendo uma visão mais macro de tudo.
Of course, I have to say, oh, I don't like the way we did this review. We need to change the review. And the big picture of how the team run, how I want my teams to play, what my systems are will be the same. Will be my system. But in terms of like the details of the lane, the day-to-day operation, the data, the operations, we are giving more autonomy to the players. And because I lack time, as I said, I'm managing almost 50 people. I hired another guy. He's a Brazilian. He will announce in his own time. He will book my day to the minute. So I will have meetings to the minute. I will have a personal assistant. I hired with my own money a personal assistant so I can work better. Understand? Because I don't have enough time. The truth is, in first split, I slept in the office. I slept in the office for 4 months. I was sleeping 4 or 5 hours a day, guys, working. Really? So I can't do this. It was not good. It was not good. Alterações na estrutura do time, o que motivou a mudança. Basically, I think what's the reason that we do this, right? We want to have one unified meritocracy-based meritocracia. We want to have one unified team that gives an opportunity to our academy players, that gives social mobility, that gives pressure to our main team to work hard and to perform. So I guess what's important is social mobility within the organization, meritocracy. So descobrimos que não conseguiremos, you can read it, atingir uma cultura de time unificada. So one team culture é as alterações, buscamos corrigir isso, além de promover a. So we want to promote based on meritocracy, right? Meritocracia. I think this is a really important part. We want to make sure that academy players feel like in VKS they have a chance to promote. Last year was different because I promised 1 year because it was our initial pilot project and I felt like I needed to give Decimus 1 year. And because now we have one team culture, moving up and down should be, if they lose a spot, they should also know they can fight for the spot back, right? And also we're gonna implement better pre-scrim system. We're gonna train differently to other teams. We'll have 1v1s, we'll have 2v2s, we'll have positional coaching for every situation. We'll have better training than every other team for our academy and main team combined. I think this is very, very important. Okay, do you want to maybe translate this part, maybe summarize it really quickly, and why we're doing this change?
O que ele tá falando só é que a gente vai ter uma junção mais unificada dos times, né? Então ele acha que a gente vai conseguir treinar melhor, ter mais warm-ups, tipo, de qualidade, né? Porque os dois times vão ser bons. Então a gente vai conseguir jogar mais um V1, V2, 2v2, conseguir trabalhar mais em conjunto, né? Os 10 jogadores ao invés de só os 5 e deixar a academy pra lá.
Imagine you're like Lelica and you're like, I'm so excited to play against Dinquieto and House and shit, right? And then the fucking team makes you scrim against like academy all year. Like, of course it's not going to work, right? But we all do the same system. We are the team that scrimmed the most of our academy than any other team other than Liberty, right? We scrimmed 170 games per split, and that included the academy team playing champions that we thought the enemy team would play, etc., 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 right? I think the important thing is that in the end, we are always focused on the process. The process, right? I think just before we move on, we should go back up here a bit and talk a little bit about Jocko, right? Okay. To give closure about Jocko.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think I fired Jocko. If I fired Jocko, why the fuck would Jocko join Savicor? Can you translate that part?
O que ele tá falando é que, tipo, que sentido faria ele mandar o Jocko embora e chamar ele pra trabalhar na Savicor junto com eles, tipo, com o coach.
He's our main coach in Savicor.
Não funciona assim, guys. Não é tipo, se o escolhe, você está demitido, tipo, Roberto Justus, tá ligado? Nada a ver. Ele tipo...
Guys, it's not my place, but we wanted to keep Jocko. Jocko is a tremendous mentor. I have so much respect for Jocko. Really. I learned so much about Brazil from Jocko. He is one of the most amazing people. He's not just a coach to me. He's a friend. I want to make that clear. So show some respect. Show some respect. Really. Jocko to me is a friend and a mentor. Okay?
Entenderam, rapaziada?
Okay, so show some
Entenderam?
respect. But Jocko received an offer that was better than any offer, including me, including my salary. I'm pretty sure he just received a very, very generous Hawk offer. Okay, that's what I'll say. So, guys, Jocko's offer was very good. So, it was not possible. So unless it just didn't make sense. And second, I think what's important is Jocko was a mentor to us all, but I don't think he was as impactful in cblol as people think. I think he helped us and he taught us, but he was not like the main coach. He was managing a lot of teams. He was the head coach of Honor of Kings. He was teaching Academy a lot. It's not really going to impact our cblol performance, is what I'll say, right? Of course,
Yeah,
it'll impact
very
my
good.
performance, but I will like ask him and confide in him a lot, even outside of Cade, to learn a lot from him.
Do you want me to translate that? So,
Yeah,
head
everything.
coach?
Everything.
O que ele tá falando do Joko, guys, é que o Joko ele teve uma oferta generosa aí do Rock, foi o que ele pode dizer. Que o Joko é muito mais do que só tipo um treinador, ele é um amigo. Mas que também o Joko ele não estava envolvido diretamente assim com o cblol que vai afetar a performance. Ele pode afetar a performance do SeeEl, mais como tipo treinador, como ele enxerga as coisas, do que com o time diretamente. Mas que ele ainda vai continuar falando com o Joko, perguntando, trocando ideias sobre os jogos. Então, quanto a isso não muda, mas é isso que ele pode falar. That's it, I think.
Okay. So I love you, Bill. No harm.
I love it.
So I
So
think
you want to put me on my
uh,
side?
no, I want to be on top today. Actually, no, you can be on top.
Ah,
Laeli. Yeah, you can be
lá
on,
ele, bro.
you can be on top today, bro. Yeah, you can be on top. Laeli. Okay, guys. So Joka, Kiptechnica. So our staff, SeeEl, Lifania, BL. So Lifania will be the head of scouting. Belzetta will be the data coach, but you do a lot more. So yeah, I mean, I would say, but I will say with Lifania, he's very good at pattern recognition. So he will help us find patterns within our team and other teams as well. Belzetta, he definitely isn't just a data coach. He is my right-hand man. He is my right-hand man in everything. He teaches me about Brazil. He teaches me what is the way that I should speak to Brazilians. He teaches me about life in general. So I have Lifania will continue working from the home office. It was better for him and his health as well. Bilzetta, I mean, this is a really unfair title, I would say. You do a lot of communications. You lead the team in terms of like team atmosphere and environment too. Maybe you can talk a little bit about it, but it's kind of like sucking your own dick. So I guess that's the
Yeah.
best I can do.
No, it's
Yeah.
mega
So
fine.
and guys, if you guys don't know about BL was actually has a degree from University of Sao Paulo with applied mathematics. So this guy is a fucking nerd. Like he's really smart, by the way. He's really, really smart. Much smarter than anyone in our team, unfortunately. It's actually true. Like in terms of like pure knowledge, he is like not I wouldn't say game knowledge, but I would say like in terms of just general human intelligence, Bilzetta definitely has the highest IQ in our team. He has taught me a lot, and he's been irreplaceable. At least as a personal mentor. As a data coach, we don't know how great that will go because you're really specializing now. It's gonna be like kind of the first time that you're rebuilding from scratch. But
Yeah.
he's doing a lot here. So who are we adding on? Mitohara is going to be a draft specialist. What champions are priority for each player? The play styles of each player. How we want to approach drafting, and with Fearless Draft too. Benvi is a guy that I've known for a long time, many years. I will not talk more about draft. I think that we'll all have our opinions, and obviously like my philosophy may be a bit different from you, but I think that having someone with organized drafting and in our training and everything is going to be tremendous for us. Luke's is a rank 1 jungler, the champion of Academy this year. He is a tremendous coach, both from a game knowledge and positional perspective. So while he will be a positional coach, he'll also be a strategic coach. He'll help us a lot with like our level 1s and the way that we open on the map. And Benvi, so I've known Benvi for years. Benvi's also our coach at Savicor. You can take some lessons from him at Savicor as well. He is a Oceanic champion as a player and a coach. Right? He's a player and a coach. So how many years have I known you, Benvi? So he was a coach and won with an undervalued team, and Tien was also a player that worked with me. But as a player, he also won. Was it as a coach 2 times? No, it was a coach as 2 times. My bad. He made finals as a player, as a support player. No, he did win. See,
No,
he
no,
did win. He won. Yeah.
Of course he won.
Yeah. Sorry, I got confused a bit. But he won as a player. He's a challenger, rank 3 player. I've known Benvi for 4 years, and no, this is wrong, guys. Kisei is a mid laner, and he also played with Kisei and won with Kisei as a player, and he won as a coach without Kisei as well. So I scammed him to a multi-year deal. So that's really good. So he's stuck with us for a long time, guys. It's a brilliant addition to our team. He can do a lot of the things. He understands my systems very well because he's also a coach at Savicor too. And I've kind of been a mentor throughout his career as well. So what are the main changes that we've made? Boal, Kisei, Mortius, and Trimby Decimus stays, right? I think we can start off with Kisei. Maybe you can talk a little bit about Kisei, Bilzera.
What do you want me to talk about?
Just about like what you think about the player. Obviously
Okay.
Lelico as well is very sad. By the way, guys, can you explain the Lelico situation? Because we wanted to keep him, but he wanted to, either be in tier 1 or train outside as a free agent. So
sobre o Leleco, a gente queria manter, mas o Leleco ele queria ou jogar Tier 1, né, LTA, ou ele ia dar esse tempo pra se aprimorar, tipo, ir pra Coreia e tal. Então, acabou que ele teve algumas ofertas ali pra jogar Tier 2, ele preferiu ir pra Coreia pra vir pro próximo split mais forte e tentar uma chance no próximo split. Beleza. Sobre o Kiss, a gente acompanhou ele o ano todo, né, desde quando ele veio. E ele é um cara, assim, que é bastante cooperativo, ele trabalha muito, ele também joga muito jogo, ele e o Leleco, na verdade, eram os 2 caras que mais jogavam LoL, tipo, na cage inteira, assim, de longe. Os 2 estavam sempre se testando, porque eles estavam, tipo, disputando ativamente pela vaga, né? E, cara, o Kissy é um cara muito bom, é um cara muito tranquilo. Acho que ele tem essa persona aí na internet de, tipo, de rave e tal. Ele é um cara zoeiro, mas, tipo, no dia a dia ele é um cara full tranquilo. É, e um cara muito bom. Tipo, de dedos, assim, o cara é muito bom mesmo.
let me
Então,
be clear. I was Kisei's first ever coach. Did you know that? I was Kisei's
I think I know.
I was Kisei's first ever coach. And I coached Kisei since he was 16 years old. 16. I wanted to bring Kisei to LEC in Heretics. And I wanted to maybe bring Kisei over to Kui, but I thought Takui was a bit better. I brought Takui. Takui didn't work out. Lelico took over. So Kisei was always in my mind. I brought him to Academy. I'll be honest, I just felt like Kisei was a better player than Lelico. Nothing to do with nepotism. Guys, to be clear, guys, we replaced Smiley. Smiley was going to go to Fluxo. He only ended up not going to Fluxo because Fluxo trolled. That's the honest truth. That's my understanding. So to be clear, guys, whenever someone says there's CPI SeeEl, I hire friends, Smiley is maybe one of my best friends, right? And I fired him. Yeah, can you explain to them?
Tipo, o que ele tá falando é que, tipo assim, sobre essa CPI do SeeEl, só traz amigo. O Smiley, tipo, é um dos melhores amigos da vida do SeeEl, assim, eles se conhecem há, sei lá, 10 anos. E ele demitiu o Smiley, né? O Smiley ele saiu da Cade, mas ele voltou pra Cade. Então, tipo, o Fluxo deu aquela trollada básica ali, mas não vem ao caso. Então, tipo, é o que ele tá falando, tipo, não existe isso de, eu só contrato amigo, porque ele literalmente mandou o Smiley embora. Ele voltou, mas isso é do destino.
My job comes first. So we'll start with Kisei. As I said, I just thought Kisei was a better player, and we have ads now. So should we take a bit of a break and maybe answer some questions? Any questions, guys? We'll take some questions, guys.
What about Tenacity? Why didn't it happen? They want to know.
I thought Ball was better.
There you go.
Boom. So to be clear, Yeah, I just thought Kisei was an amazing player, but my plan was I thought Lelica and Kisei were close. Thought Kisei's potential was much higher, but I thought it was close. I wanted Lelica to fight for the spot, like from the bottom of my heart. We couldn't let Lelica go for free to some other teams. I even offered to pay for the buyout myself with my own money. In the end, no one was interested in Lelica. That's the honest truth. We'll do Boyle last, guy, because I think Boyle is the longest to talk about.
They're asking about Super Clever as well.
Yeah,
If it was on our
I
radar.
thought Boyle was better. So that's it. It's very simple, guys. We coached Mortius for a year now. He's the guy that tryhards all the time, perfect attitude, good hands. I don't know why there's so much disrespect for Mortius. That's my honest truth. In our data, he was second to Brantz last year. And this is before I coached him. Understand? Can you explain that part? In our data, in our Moneyball, Mortius's data was only behind Brantz. It was Brantz, and this is Brantz playing his best champions. Brantz, Mortius, Titan.
O que ele tá falando é que no nosso Moneyball, né, que é tipo software pra rodar, pra ver estatística, as métricas do Morteus, elas estavam só atrás da do Brance. Era tipo Brance, Morteus, Titan. Titã.
But to be clear, Titan doesn't just play the champions he's best at, whereas Brantz tends to spam like 1 or 2 champions.
Isso que ele tá falando
No. Dado in solo queue, not academy. In solo queue.
Solo queue, guys.
But the solo queue data is very accurate for competitive as well. Very accurate.
Quando você tem uma amostragem muito grande, ela começa a fazer mais sentido. E esses caras jogam, tipo, 600, 700 jogos. Então, tipo, tem muito dado.
All the players that we had in our data for solo queue ended up being top 3 for cblol. Okay, so Mortius, tremendous data, incredible worker. I saw for a year, guys. I saw for 1 year how this guy worked. So where's this disrespect coming from? They're putting Mortius as the worst AD carry in the league. It's mind-blowing. With Trimby, by the way. With Trimby. And do I need to explain? Guys, there's a big misconception that Trimby isn't Brazil because he had no other offer. He had offers from LEC and LCS on the table. It was the same for me. Me and Trimby, you got to think, basically, if there's a player equivalent to me, it's Trimby. So we have two SeeEls in Cade. Understand? Show some respect. Trimby made finals with Fnatic in 2023. Trimby won in 2022. He made finals 1 year ago. Trimby is an in-game leader. All the supports that I teach end up being in-game leaders. Mercer never said a word. Trimby never said a word. Prodelta never said a word. Can you explain? Did Prodelta communicate? Can you explain that? When he came, was he micromanaging the team?
Não.
He didn't say a word.
Tá falando, que tipo assim, o desenvolvimento foi conforme o tempo, né? Que tipo, no começo ele não tava, tipo, falando muito sobre o Prodelta. Não era o líder que ele se tornou. E que, tipo, é mind-blowing a galera tacar o Morteus pra merda. Tipo, porque agora a gente tem 2 SeeEls, né, que ele tá dizendo, que é ele mesmo e o Trimby. Que podem, tipo, elevar o Morteus de uma forma muito maneira.
And also, something I want to talk about Trimby is that Trimby's like me. He doesn't join projects for money. We didn't outbid the North American and European teams. We gave him a very good offer. I want to make that very clear. We made him a very, very generous offer. It's a very good salary. Close to me, very good salary. Trimby. But we didn't offer something insane that you think. I'd say less pay than Titan. But he came here because he believed in the project. Because Trimby wanted to work with me again. Trimby is a person that will go to the team where he thinks he will learn the most. He's always been like this. And people think that me and Trimby are friends. And you need to translate this, but when I was in Rogue, the player that fought with me the most was Trimby. It was Trimby and then Odoamne. And the person that respected me the most, after a year, so after some time passed, they realized, oh, I can now see why you were like that with me.
I can say. O que ele tá falando é que, tipo, pra quem tá falando sobre o Trimby ele teve uma oferta boa pra vir pra cá. Não é tão caro quanto o Titã, por exemplo, mas é tão boa quanto a do próprio SeeEl. E o que ele tá dizendo é que quem tá falando que ele só veio pra cá por ser amigo, é que não conhece eles na Rogue, que, tipo, se o mais brigava era o Trimby e depois o Odoamne, e que depois de concluído o ano ele percebeu, tipo, o quanto ele respeitava o Chris, tanto pelo jogo, tanto pelo off-jogo, e por isso ele queria ir pra um lugar que ele pudesse aprender tanto de novo. E
Everyone
ele,
thinks everyone thinks me
é,
and Trimby were like this. No, 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 no. Me and Trimby are
é,
not like this.
ele, ele tá falando que eles não são parça, ele e o Trimby, não é, eles não são amigão, assim, os... Não eram, né, na Rogue, tipo, os mais amigáveis do mundo, mas que eles se tornaram, mas não é por isso que ele tá aqui.
It's just we have a tremendous amount of respect for each other as professionals. Me and like this is I'm closer to Malrang and Larson. But now Odoamne is still talking to me, Trimby is still talking to me. What they realize is, even though I was very harsh, when time passed, now they respect. The same for me. Now I realize, oh, that's why he said what he said, and I learn. Understand? So show some respect
Yeah.
to Trimby, guys. Trimby is a LEC champion. Show some fucking respect. He's an LEC champion. Last year, he was an LEC finalist. Show some respect. You know?
So Chris, I think I might have to leave now, bro. I have
Really?
some things to do. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sad. Okay, okay. Ciao, ciao. All right, thank you, bro.
Bye.
Say thank
Oh,
you, guys. Wait,
é.
do your social shout out.
Guys, muito obrigado aí por esse tempo aqui. A gente já tá 1h30 falando. Apoiem a Cade, sigam a gente lá. Confiem no processo, não só do Sil, mas no meu também. E toda a Cade esse ano, que a gente vai trabalhar pra caralho. Eu preciso sair que eu tenho algumas coisas pra fazer. Amanhã eu vou viajar. Então, se cuidem. Me sigam lá no Twitter. E é nóis. Tamo junto. Um abraço a todos.
Tamo juntos.
Bye, Chris. Love
Bye
you.
bye. Ciao, ciao. Love you too, bro. All right, guys. So he's gone. Thank God for that. I'm just kidding. I love that guy. So Boal. So here are some names that went through us with top lane. We had Adam, Boal, Dokla, Tenacity, Robo. Okay, we had a lot of options. Super Clever as well. I felt that Boal was the best option in terms of potential. Zamudo as well, yeah. But Zamudo we are less interested in. So for tier list, I thought it was Gigo, Robo, and then Boal, the rest. I just felt like Boal had the most potential. We brought Boal with the intention to use him with Gigo, because I felt like Boal would be a great practice partner for Gigo. The person that recommended Boal was Gigo. So the goal was to actually use Gigo and Boal together. But we need to pounce on these market opportunities. Right? Me and Gigo respect each other a lot. Really. You can ask Gigo himself. Gigo said he would really love to work with me another year. He's one of the reasons he re-signed with us and extended his contract last year was because of me. We get along very well. We're good friends in person too. I respect Gigo a lot. I learned a lot from Gigo. And Gigo wanted Boal in Academy. I thought Boal was incredible. I saw his POVs. I felt that there were some aspects to his play that needed to improve. I thought that Boal can be definitely a lot smarter on the map and in lane 2. But in terms of potential, I think he's one of the great pieces. Now, what is on the table is Boal going to meet the expectations that I have for him? Right? What I mean by this is, how will Boal perform on stage? Yeah? How will Boal perform on stage? And how will Boal perform in training under high stress? Personally, from speaking to Boal, I am confident. I'm absolutely confident that Boal will be fine psychologically. I spoke with Boal personally a lot. And he said that he was going through some tough times in previous years. And to be fair, I think some of the environments that he was put in was not the best. Yes, I'm coaching him in Korea right now as well. I think that he is more hungry than he's ever been. So please trust. For our academy, I don't think we've locked everyone in yet. So we'll do that with the announcement on media. So something I want to talk about Boal is he's still really young. And something else about Boal is that I'll talk about Jean Margot too. Boal was someone that went to Korea, and even T1 was interested in him. Even T1 back in the day. I mean, I just think he's really, 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 really talented. I think this whole thing about rich bro with the hunger to win is the most bullshit, asiness, like covetous fucking bullshit I've ever heard, guys. Like Boal, I think his family's okay, but he doesn't ask a cent from his parents. The amount of disrespect I'm seeing on the comments about Boal without speaking to him. Something I also want to say about Boal is that he actually trained in Europe. Did you guys know that Boal went to Europe to boot camp? Do you know where he boot camped, guys? Where did Boal boot camp, guys? Heretics, my previous team. No joke. Boal, I knew about Boal when I was in Europe. He was playing in the Heretics facility in Madrid. So I was not friends with Boal. I never spoke to Boal until I came to Brazil. I also knew about Boal 1 year ago. So it was the first time I spoke to Boal this offseason. But I already knew he was very, very good. He was gapping Adam in lane. He was gapping the world's players. He's playing against Bin and winning lane. Yeah, and maybe someone will say nepotism king. What are you going to do about it? That's goddamn right. Fuck you. Not actually. Not actually. No nepotism here, guys. Decimus, I don't need to explain. Kisse, I don't need to explain. 4-time champion, Academy of Champion. Why do we need to prove more? And by the way, something that people forget is that Oceania went to Worlds and gapped Brazil. Like, why are people talking shit? Hello? No, he f***ing solo killed Caps. He's stupid. Show some respect. Now, the Academy mid laner that I wanted was John Margo. And John Margo wanted to join Cade. He's the first name that I went for, other than we had some really great names. We had some really great names that we could have got in Academy. But what I will say about Kisse is, despite being so beautiful, sorry, it's John Margo. Sorry, John Margo. Despite being such a beautiful player in terms of talent, we couldn't come to terms with in terms of contract length. So for John Margo, I needed a 3-year contract, and I understand why he didn't want to sign, but I needed a 3-year contract because all of our planning is long term. I think we've proven throughout this video and throughout this explanation that we always plan many years ahead. So Jean Margo didn't want to sign more than 1 year, and that would make no sense for us. Why would I train Jean Margo for a year so he can go to another team? Why would I train Jean Margo for a year so he can go to another team? It's not possible. We offered even 2 years maybe. All I would be doing is strengthening other teams. Does that make sense, guys? Why would I spend my time to train someone to go to another team? And this is not me overestimating myself. This is my trust and faith in our process, but also the amazing, tremendous the coaches that we have. Bro, guys, Luke's Benby, these guys are incredible coaches. Robbo, guys, I'll just talk about Robbo and we'll finish this announcement and I'll take questions, guys. Basically, Robbo agreed to join VKS. Okay? Robbo agreed to join VKS. And by the way, he's a 3-time finalist. He's a 3-time LEC finalist. Show some respect. Robbo agreed to join VKS, but I think it was hard. It was hard because you know he really loves loud fans. I really like Robbo. But yeah, We couldn't lock the deal with them. That's okay. That's okay. I respect Loud a lot too. I talked to John. I like John a lot. So the final thing I want to show you guys is Savicor tools. So for those of you guys that don't know, Savicor is not a League of Legends coaching company. Savicor is a technology company. So some of the things that we do is we generate the next generation of tools. So this is the first leak that I'm doing. It's not an ad because it's free to use. So if you go to your general free draft, so say I go to drafting.gg, it kind of looks like this. You have to click, you can't drag, right? And it's very mundane, and you can't save. You can't save the draft, right? For us, you can drag and drop. You can drag and drop. And all of our things are animated. Can you see that? It's animated. So not only can you click and drag and drop, this is a new feature that we'll have. You can also save the drafts in the future too. We'll have an export function. So we've built this function. It's very nice, obviously. And if you guys want to learn coaching, this content library is free. All of these videos are free except for the last 2 weeks. You need to pay 33 reais a month to get the most recent one. This is the Portuguese version. Okay.
Fala pessoal, continuando aqui as nossas aulas, ou seja, o conteúdo que a gente considera o conteúdo fixo da Savicor, o conteúdo fixo da parte de...
All my technology. We own this technology. I own this technology. You can take classes in Portuguese and in English, right? And you can also... No, it's hours and hours of content. This one, if you want to watch, you have to wait 2 weeks or pay. General lecture. We have things about the new season. We have things about the map evolution. Nothing is better than us in the market right now. So for example, all the UI is Apple UI. So jungle, mid, 80 carry. We have Portuguese classes coming out every week, and we're in beta. And I also want to say that we will change all of the homepage. I can't leak the final contracts, but we'll change all of the contracts, all the homepage, and I would definitely recommend you guys try out Savicor. Okay, we use Apple UI for the videos, but we own the live stream technology, so you can watch these classes live for 38 reais a month. We have the best drafting platform. We have a competitive draft and fearless draft platform that you can use. And this will be released very soon in Portuguese as well. So fearless draft as well, guys. The world's first fearless draft platform at savicor.com. Okay? So that was it for the announcement today. I'll take questions, guys. Guys, have some respect for Robo too, okay? He wanted to stay in his team. I think that Lelico did an amazing job. The difference between us and other platforms is you never have to leave our platform. You can live stream the class within our own platform. The data is stored in our own database, and we're very, very secure. We will not share with any other teams. And the privacy policy is being done by my private lawyer in Brazil. I'm giving him a lot of money. I want to make sure that our privacy policy is the best. Ball is not in my house. Thoughts for first split? We start training in January. I arrive in Brazil on the 4th. Eu vou para Brasil 4 de janeiro. Treina 6 de janeiro. We thought about picking up Sam KZ, but it's so unfair. I think it's unfair for Sarolo. Sarolo's rank 1. He trained very hard. He's academy champion. If you don't win split this year, the season will be a failure. I would say so. I would like to win at least one split. But that being said, within our 5-year plan, it actually says that if we don't increase significantly, it's okay that we don't. But look, no excuses. Why picking Scamba? Momochi is better. I think Momochi has a lot of talent, but I prefer Talos over Momochi, and I preferred Scamba's profile as an in-game leader. Does Savicor have content specifically for coaches instead of just players? All of our content is good for both solo queue players and coaches because it's fundamentals. Yeah, I want some old players to develop our new players. We have some young players in our academy, and I won't leak that. And by the way, guys, All of you guys. It's so important. Who here plays League of Legends? Type 1 if you play League of Legends. And type 2 if you want to improve. So the honest question is, if you guys want to improve and you play League of Legends, why are you not subbed to my channel? You can find the best educational content at youtube.com/@SeeElBR. You can also subscribe to SeeEl's Twitch for Twitch Prime for free. And also Savicore at 33 reais per month. Or you can also sign up to Savicore for free for over 100 plus videos. And they're constantly updated for free forever. So do you believe Mortius has the same talent as Brands? I think that they're different profiles. I think mechanically Brands is better. I think Titan mechanics are maybe the best. But I think Mortius is like along the lines of Titan type of player. He's a player that thinks a lot, but also is good mechanically. Did you even think about Did you even thank BRTT for the main host? I have a lot of respect for BRTT. We talk here and there, but I think that hiring someone like him as a coach is difficult. Are you afraid of Isrus? I think they have a great roster, but I'm not afraid of anyone. I respect them, but I'm ready to play. What do you think about Berol? Good player. What do you think about BRTT being left out of LTA Seoul? I think that he didn't have a great season this split, and I think that in Korea he didn't do the best. Solo queue is a lot about mental. So I do think that, TT didn't show how much he can do. I think that it's fair that he's not in LTA Seoul, but I would like to see him come back and make it to LTA Seoul in the future. I think if BRTT went to Korea and he got like challenger with high win rate, people would probably still hire him. What do you think about Grafta in tier 1? And I think, I don't know, I like Grafta. I don't know why people shit talk Grafta. I think that he has his playstyle. I think it's good. I think without Grafta, Red won't function the way that they function. I supported Lelico's career move a lot. I tried to help him when he said he wanted to go to Korea. I contacted Fiorex. I contacted a couple people that I know. So he'll be going. I'm excited for him. Fala português, coreano, safado. Não fala. Eu tenho dificuldade. Isso é difícil. Thoughts on Ranger becoming a coach? I'm really excited. The presentation is over. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back with the process next year. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel @SeeEl. Make sure that you subscribe to twitch.tv/SeeEl. I think that the numbers that I have on this platform is disgraceful. I have 79 Tropa da Focus. We should be on 79,000 Tropa da Focus. Unacceptable, chat. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Tchau, tchau. Tamo junto. Obrigado.